Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome back to another video. Firstly, before we get into what this video is about, I just want to say no, I do not keep this plant in the pot and everything in my shower. I just did that because I thought that it gave the background like a little bit of something, because my bathroom is all white and I just felt like the little pop of green up there was kind of cute. I don't know. Anyways, that's not what this video is about. Today, I'm going to be filming my 4-year lock update, which is crazy to me that I actually made it to 4 years, because if you've been following along with my journey, I have a whole playlist, by the way, dedicated to my locks journey. Not too long ago, I was in a real bad spot with my hair. I went to a loctician. She suggested that I just cut it out and start it all over. So with having gone through all that, if you hadn't seen all the reconstruction videos and just all the craziness that went along with me not keeping up with my reties and stuff, then I'll link all of those retie videos of my mom basically trying to repair my locks back to health. If you don't know about that, I would suggest you go back and watch how stressed I was at that point, because it's amazing that I even made it to 4 years locked, honestly, because I didn't even think that I was gonna make it. I thought that I was going to have to start all over with my lock journey. So if you didn't watch all that whole dramatic stuff that I went through, and it was all 100% my fault, by the way. But if you didn't see that, then you probably wouldn't think that this is a big deal. But it's a big deal to me, because I didn't even think I was going to make it here. Anyways, that might have been dramatic, but it's the truth. Today, I'm going to be doing my lock update. I kind of want to keep it short and simple. I don't want to keep out here for long. Especially if you watch my Microlocs playlist, then you're kind of caught up with everything. But today I just wanted to kind of go throughout the years to show y'all a couple of pictures that I have taken over the years of my lock journey, so that we can compare to where I am now. And also I want to tell y'all about, since having gotten my hair kind of back to life a little bit, where my next steps are going to be in my lock journey, what I plan on doing, and just kind of like the habits that I'm going to try to keep up. So this video is not for you if you haven't watched like my install video and all that stuff. I would suggest that you really watch my playlist, because then you'll kind of be caught up on the storyline of everything. If this is your first time seeing me, since the day of my installation, I have filmed a monthly lock update for at least the first year of my lock journey, and then after that I kind of fell off and just did like little lock updates every now and again. But if you newly started your lock journey and you want to see like my monthly lock updates from month 1 to month 12, then I will have my Microlocs playlist, like I said, linked down below, so that you can see that. But for those of y'all who are not new, let's talk about this. I got some pictures and stuff on my phone that I took that I wanted to kind of go over and just kind of analyze, I guess. Admittedly, I did ask y'all to ask me questions on Instagram, but I lost the questions, y'all. I don't know where the questions went. I thought I screenshotted them on my phone, but I have none of them. None of the questions. So I'm so sorry if you asked a question on my Instagram and it's not going to get answered, y'all, because I don't know where the questions are. But that's okay. Like, I'll do another lock update while I answer some of y'all's questions if you would like. But for right now, we're just going to look at some of these pictures. Starting off with this picture, this was of my first retie back when I first started my locks. Look at how crispy my parts are in this photo, y'all. All glory to my mom and God for giving her the talent to do this. My mom started my locks, if y'all don't know, and she also started her locks, and she also started Grammy's locks. Grammy ended up stopping her lock journey. This is a side note. But Grammy ended up stopping her lock journey, but then she restarted recently, like a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a month or two ago at this point. And I have some clips of that in one of my recent vlogs. I didn't make it a whole video because y'all know how Grammy is about being on the internet, so I kind of had to sneak the video footage. So I will link that vlog of her starting my Grammy's locks in the description box. But anyway, side note over. My mom started my locks for me with no previous experience, so just looking at this picture, it makes me happy, looking at like how far I've come and also just how good this looked at this time. I'll also try to make a slideshow of all of these pictures that I'm showing y'all, so that you can kind of see it a little bit more up close, because for right now I'm just gonna have the picture pop up, you know. Moving on to the next photo. This picture was taken the summer of 2019, I think in August. So this was my locks when I was what? This is about 9 months locked. So as you can see here, my locks still look super soft. Look at my ends. The ends are so small and like curly and loose. I remember taking this picture too. I thought I was so cute. Like looking back, like dang, my hair has grown a lot. Looking back at this. Moving on to the next photo. This picture was taken in October of 2019. So at this point I am almost a year locked. This was my 11-month lock photo. I remember posting a video wearing the same outfit, same everything, so I remember this. I do specifically remember my locks feeling a lot more solid around 9-10 months. So it took me pretty much a year for my locks to kind of fill in a little bit, just kind of to the point where they didn't really look so skinny, you know. So that took me about a year, and my hair is pretty dense, so that's kind of shocking honestly. But I want to move on to the next picture that I have here. This was taken in January of 2020. So at this point I was a little less than 2 years, because 2 years would have been November of 2020. But as you can see here, about a year and a half mark, or a little less than a year and a half, my locks look a lot more substantial, I would say, at this picture. I remember taking this picture and thinking like, dang, like my locks have grown so much, and they look actually like locks and not like a weird wash and go, which is how it looked like the first year. I feel like just a really defined wash and go, but here it looked really cute, and some of my locks were braided at the end, which is why I suggested to y'all plenty of times before, if you're gonna start your locks with 2-strand twists like how I did, I really would maybe consider braiding the ends of it, because I had a lot of problems throughout the first year and a half, almost 2 years, of having to go in and re-twist or re-braid the ends of my locks, because my ends were super soft and they would just come undone a lot, especially after I washed my hair. Like you could see the braid formation, the formation of the braids, just the look of braids for a lot longer than twists, which is why I just had to go with twists. But then I ended up regretting my decision because of how often I had to go in and like retwist my ends. Super annoying, y'all. If you don't think that you'll be bothered by like a micro braid type of look, then definitely start your locks with braids, because hopefully that'll save you some time and you won't have to go through that. But if you have 4C hair, my mom has 4C hair, she didn't really have to deal with the unraveling thing, and she started her locks with twists. So it just depends on your hair texture. If you don't have 4C hair, maybe consider starting with braids, or at least be prepared to braid your ends, because they most likely will be unraveling a lot. I feel like I'm rambling on about this a lot, or like just too much, but I just remember that back when I was dealing with it, it was a really big deal to me and really annoying to me. So that's why I just want to tell y'all that, just in case maybe if you haven't started your locks yet, or you just started it and it's not too late to kind of go in and fix that. Anyway, moving on. Let's go to this picture, because I feel like this was like a staple photo in my lock journey. Everybody loves this freaking photo, y'all. This photo was like the first hair picture to go viral for me, and by viral I mean kind of on a short scale. But I remember this picture being posted on numerous lock pages on Instagram, and also just like on my own page. I think this photo has the most likes for me. I took this picture in front of a Gold's Gym like 2 days after I broke up with my first boyfriend. So that's like a little trivia on that photo that I think is really funny. But looks like the length is trying to come in a little bit, but I do see, even from afar, maybe it's because it's my own hair and I know, but I can see the ends that were braided like really distinctively in here. Let me know down below in the comments if you see it too, or if it's just me. Maybe it's just me because I know my hair and I know where the braided ends are, but I can just really see it in this photo. This was taken in like August of 2020. Next photo is my 2-year lock update. Nothing really looks different honestly. From what I can see, I definitely don't have a braid out or anything. I can tell from that picture that that's just how my hair was straight out of the slap cap. Pretty much that's what it looks like to me. And then next up we have some pictures of me January 2021 and August of 2021. So definitely in this last picture of me in August, I see that my hair has filled out a lot. I can't believe this is last summer. What in the world? My locks grew a lot. And then the most recent picture that I've taken of my hair was in February of 2022. So this is earlier this year, back in February. As you can see, my locks have grown a lot. They are a lot more solid. They look healthy and luscious and super cute. And this is definitely a braid out that I have. So now that we have gone over some pictures of the past, a little blast from the past, I kind of just want to talk about my current thoughts and like where I plan on going with my lock journey. Starting off with my loctician. I love her so much. She's a lifesaver. She does such a good job. I get my hair retied every 6 to 7 weeks. I try to go every 5 weeks, but if she's booked up, I really try not to go past 7 weeks. And she also does a really good job with helping me schedule and stuff, because she obviously doesn't want me to go longer than that time either. So I really do appreciate that from her. One thing that she has been trying to get me to do lately, I've just been lazy, but she has been trying to repair my locks. Again, going back to the time that I didn't really know if I wanted to keep my locks or not. I was just kind of wishy-washy. I went a long time without getting my hair retied, and obviously that was a mistake, because now some of my locks, some of them had to be cut out. Like look at this one, it's kind of small, but with the ones that my mom was able to save, some of them look like this, where you see how it's super thin right here, and then it's, y'all, how much new growth do you think this is? This is like literally half of this lock. Like, how long did I go? I don't even remember how long I went without doing my hair, but anyway, some of them look like this. Now, my loctician has not said anything about this. She did say that I might need to combine maybe in a couple of years or so, because as your locks get longer, they do kind of have like a little bit more weight, and she just wants me to keep the integrity of my roots. So she said that especially like up here in the front, this is like where the majority of my locks are, up here in the front. We might need to end up combining some, and that's fine with me. I don't really care. But as far as like fixing the ones that are kind of thin, y'all, I hate to say it, but I don't mind it. Like, I don't care. But she really wants to go in and kind of add hair to strengthen it at the root. And luckily I do still have a lot of my own locks that we had to cut out. Y'all know, back in the day whenever I was going to that first loctician and she was like, girl, we'll have to cut out your hair because it looks a mess. And I was like, no, I don't want to though. But I still collected like all the locks that we had to cut out. So let me show you that real quick. Okay, so here they are. This isn't all of them. This is just some of them. This probably looks crazy. But yeah, I do have like quite a bit of hair left over from what we had to cut out. And I also see like a lot of length in this one. But anyway, I have like quite a bit of my own locks that have been cut out. I still keep them like in a little baggie, just because I know that one day I am gonna repair my locks, and I know that it costs more if you get extensions or whatever without your own hair, because you know, obviously they have to, you know, form the lock and everything like that. So you do save a little bit more money by keeping your own natural locks. So if I just threw them back in the drawer, but if you ever come to a point where you have to cut your locks out for any reason, make sure that you keep it, because you never know if you ever want to get it reattached or get an extension on a lock or something like that. It is way cheaper to just have your own hair. That's something that's on the list of things that I need to get done and that I need to do ASAP. The next thing that I want to talk about is dyeing my hair. Y'all know I've been wanting to dye my locks for the longest, but honestly at this point I think that I'm okay with the black. I think that the black is chic. I think that the black is natural, it's cute, and I think that it just goes with my skin tone and everything, because you know, it's my natural hair. So at this point I don't know if I want to play around with colors and stuff. I think that I'm okay for now. I don't have the the bug or the want to dye my hair right now, especially because I joined this Facebook group, which a couple of y'all were in there, and y'all were like, you look so familiar. And then somebody else said, girl, I watch you on YouTube. So if you're in that Facebook group, I think it's called Microlocs and More or something like that. Hey. But anyways, I posted a picture of my hair in that group, and a lot of y'all were like, don't dye it. And some people were posting like pictures of their hair and their locks that were damaged because of it. Like it just looked real limp and they couldn't really bring it back to life. I don't know if I want to risk that. I just got done with my own traumatic experience with my hair of not retying it and all that stuff and what happens when you do that. So I think that I'm off of the bug to dye my hair. Like I'm off of it. I'm okay for right now. I don't really want to compromise the health of my locks because right now that is my main priority, which is before it was mainly aesthetics. Like I was thinking about dyeing my hair, and then I wanted to combine, and then I want just mainly focus on the aesthetics of my hair instead of the health of it, because I don't know what I was thinking back then. But anyway, for right now I'm just solely focused on the health of my locks. I am not going to try to do anything to kind of throw them off course. I just want to kind of come up with a routine and stick to that with my hair because I do love it and I don't want to mess it up. The last really quick update that I wanted to give y'all is about my, like the shape of my locks. I am thinking about getting them trimmed soon so that they can all be kind of even. As you can see here, it's probably like my biggest insecurity with my locks right now. But this side is like way longer than this side, and by way I mean like by this much. But still, I feel like you can see it real good, and it just bothers me. This side is longer because I decided that I wanted to give myself a little haircut before I started my lock journey. Bad idea. I was not knowledgeable on how to cut curly hair. I put my hair into like 4 chunky twists and just like snip like straight across. I don't think that that's right, but that's what I did. And so I took off too much on this side, and then on top of that, this side of my hair is like naturally thicker than this side. I have like the majority of my locks, like my lock count is on this side and not on this side. So with this side being denser and shorter, a lot of times it's like just a whole nother shape than this side. This side normally like lays down real good and stuff, but this side is like my problem side. So that's just something that I plan on fixing. One of these days I'm gonna have it done. But then I also feel like, well, maybe I should just let it grow out and then cut it later. Like, is it that noticeable? Let me put it to the back so that you can see maybe a little bit better. Be honest with me now. I know that it is, but I want to get y'all's opinion. I feel like it's extremely noticeable, especially like over here on the side where my lock kind of curves up. Even when I turn to this side, I feel like I can see a difference. And then whenever I'm on this side, I feel like I see a big difference. So yeah, that's something that I have been dealing with, but honestly at the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal, but it's kind of like, it does bother me. I would be lying if I said that I didn't think about it a lot. And it's like I can't escape it. Like even if I have my hair up in a ponytail, this side it'll just be like cut off, like a blunt cut in the ponytail. Maybe y'all can't tell, but I can tell, and it just kind of bothers me. Alright y'all, so that is going to be it for this week's video. I hope that y'all enjoyed it. As always, if you have any questions, leave it in the comments, and then the next time that I do a lock Q&A, maybe I'll do like a monthly lock Q&A if y'all would like that. Just comment down below for next month's lock update or Q&A, whatever y'all want. I will go ahead and talk to y'all in my next one, and I'm out.